I just wanted to make this video today because I feel like currently in the fitness industry, there's just so much information out there that for someone just starting out, it would be super confusing, overwhelming, and it would just be hard to start in general. The entire idea of this video is that you need to become addicted to the gym, and the point of addiction is when you see visual progress. So the point at which you see that you look different than when you started. That's the point of addiction, okay? So nobody does anything that they entirely hate, even for things that are difficult. Some part of them enjoys it, whether it's the feeling of doing the action, the feeling of accomplishment after the action, being able to brag about doing the action, or being the type of person that does the action, etc., etc. Addiction works the same way across all things. You do an action, you get a reward, so you do the action again, and the cycle continues. Your reliance on the action will grow over time. The addiction of going to the gym works the same as becoming addicted to drugs and alcohol, just on a longer time horizon. I graphed that visually over here. This would be doing something simple like, let's say you have some drinks. This is the point of drinking, and this is the point at which, the buzz hits you. This right here is just a few minutes, and then this shows, your addiction over time, and eventually you reach 100, which is like an alcoholic or something. The gym works the exact same way. The only difference between these two lines right here is that this time horizon is more like a few weeks to a few months compared to a few minutes. In order to become addicted to working out, these are like your three pillars right here, your three non-negotiables. So firstly, you need to have some point of comparison. So take day one photos in the mirror, at home, wherever you're at. It doesn't matter. Posing doesn't matter. You just need some point of comparison between when you start and later down the line so that you can see, the changes. As you can see right here, my first photo, there's no posing going on, nothing fancy. It's just me standing there. And eventually you're going to take pictures, a few weeks later, a month later, whatever. This comparison is like years apart. Secondly, you need to be in a calorie surplus every single day. If you're not in a calorie surplus, you're just going to be working out without gaining any sort of weight, and you're going to think that nothing's happening. But in reality, you're just not doing everything you need to do in order to build muscle. So what you're going to do right now is you're going to go to calorie calculator. I'll link the most simple one down below. You're going to put in your numbers. For me, I'm 20 years old, 6 foot, 195. Click calculate. In order for me to maintain weight, I need to be eating 2,800 calories a day. So in order for me to do a mild weight gain, I eat 3,000 calories. And for a fast weight gain, it's 3,800 calories. You decide however much weight you want to add per week. Obviously more calories means more progress quickly. Take whichever one you want. Keep it in mind, write it down, whatever you got to do. You need to keep this in your brain. If you're not hitting that calorie goal every day, you're not going to see progress. Another thing too, 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. This is super important. If you're 150 pounds, you eat 150 grams of protein a day, or more if you want to. I would not suggest eating less. The third thing is you need to stay consistent by any means necessary. Consistency throughout this whole process is probably the most important thing. I just want to reiterate this to, keep it in your mind. The whole goal of this process is to become addicted, okay? You need to make the point of when you start to the point of visual progress, which is addiction. You need to make it as easy as you can. No discipline, no motivation. It needs to be fun and enjoyable, whatever you got to do. Make this first part so easy, because once you hit here, it's all downhill. Once you hit this point, you'll have internal motivation. You'll want to go to the gym because you've made progress and you don't want to go backwards. So you're just going to keep going and keep going. And eventually you're going to hit the point of identity. For me personally, it's harder for me to not go to the gym than it is for me to go to the gym. So yeah, it's that simple. Now, the last thing I want to cover is some practical tips for your 3 pillars. There's nothing fancy going on here. This is just straight information. So for your progress pictures, a bathroom mirror, a gym mirror, anywhere works. You just need those day one pictures. That's non-negotiable. Take them now. Take them after this video is done. Whatever you got to do, okay? I suggest taking your pictures down the line, 4 weeks later, 6 weeks later, whatever you want to do, in the same place as your day one. That's so that there's no, weird lighting angles or whatever messed up. Secondly, for your diet, you're just going to eat more of the foods you already eat. You're not going to try to optimize anything. That's just going to kill momentum. It's going to make it super difficult. If you're not already eating a whole food diet and you try to switch to eating whole foods in a surplus, that's just going to be impossible. It's going to be so hard to do. So essentially, this whole idea for your diet is a do now, fix later mentality. You're going to gain the weight now, and then way later down the line, you can optimize. I didn't follow any sort of diet until 3.5 years of working out. So it's not something you need to start with. You just need to hit those calories, that protein, eating whatever you like. And lastly, for consistency, this is where your program comes in. You're going to run whatever program you want to run, whatever's the most enjoyable. The thing is, they all work. The fitness industry wants to tell you that one is optimal, one's better, whatever. They're all the same. Upper, lower works, push-pull legs works, full body work. They all work. All of them work, okay? The most optimal program is the one that you stick to. My last tip here, this is probably my best tip, I'd say, is you want to go with friends, right? Kick a text out to somebody that already goes to the gym. Or be even better, be the initiator and send text to your friend group. Be like, hey, you guys want to work out? And I guarantee you at least one of them will say yes. And then maybe they bring some people along. And now you got a whole group of people that are working out together. You keep each other consistent and accountable. And it just makes the whole process a lot more fun. And I circled this here and I connected it back because you guys can keep your diets, accountable as well. You can be like, okay, did you hit your calories a day? Did you hit your protein? Whatever. What you can do is, like, let's say you get with your group of friends, you go work out, and then after you hit a restaurant or fast food or whatever to hit your calories and protein. Essentially, the whole idea is you just want to make this process as fun and enjoyable as you can. That's the only way to do it. You're never going to be able to stay consistent if you just hate going every single day, especially when the time horizon between starting and becoming addicted is, weeks or even months. It's going to be impossible. Again, get your progress pictures, eat more foods that you like eating, do whatever workout you want with friends. Just keep it simple. So that's all. If you enjoyed this video, please like it. If you want to see more gym tip video ideas, hit subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.